Hi everyone, welcome back. If you have listened to any of my other videos before, or if you have not, nice to meet you. My name is Rachel. You may know me from after school or maybe another event that you attended, or you may have just seen me around the neighborhood. But if not, it's very nice to meet you. So today we're going to be doing a meditation exercise on mindfulness. I'll get to mindfulness in a second, but if you have not meditated before, what is meditation? So take a second, think to yourself what you think meditation might be, or what that means to you. If you have ever meditated before, what does that look like, feel like to you? Some of you may have experience with that already. If not, meditation can be defined in so many different ways. Honestly, though, for me, I think of it as just a period of time where you are relaxing your mind and body to carefully focus on either your breath or the feelings around you or sensations around you. This is often used for spiritual purposes or religious purposes. Sometimes people chant when they're meditating. Or it's simply just to calmly relax yourself and to just sort of refocus and regroup. Oftentimes, this is like the traditional definition of meditation, right? I also like to think, though, that meditation can take so many different forms. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're sitting there with your eyes closed, focusing on your breath, although that is something we're going to do today. But I think that certain activities that you really enjoy can be very meditative. So you could be dribbling a basketball, and for you, you are so focused on that that is very meditative for you, or that is a type of meditation for you. Or you could be drawing or creating a work of art, and you are so into that moment that is a very meditative state, or you are in a state of meditation. So that's a type of meditation. So I like to sort of broaden the definition of what meditation is and what it can do for you. Today, though, we are going to be doing a mindfulness meditation, okay? So you may have heard the term mindfulness before, especially if you've worked with me before. I always like to do a little exercise in mindfulness, no matter what it is that we're doing, because I think that it can really help you in any activity. But take a second and think to yourself what mindfulness is, or what you remember it to be. And let's talk a little bit about what mindfulness is. So mindfulness, I will hold up the definition. So mindfulness is a state in which you are focusing on the present moment while calmly accepting your feelings, thoughts, and sensations. Okay? So it's a state in which you are focusing on the present moment while calmly accepting your feelings, thoughts, and sensations. So I'll hold this back up again for you to look at. Okay, so that's what mindfulness is. What can that look like? Mindfulness can mean, similar to meditation itself, right? It can be that you are just focused on a sheet that you were coloring, and that is what your focus is. It's focusing on that one thing. It's also accepting your feelings as they are and not trying to control them or change those feelings, right? Or the current state that you're in. Sometimes mindfulness is just accepting what that is and practicing it, okay? When might you need to use mindfulness techniques? Mindfulness techniques can be helpful at any time in your day. It can also be really useful when you are feeling high levels of stress or anxiety. You can then practice mindfulness to bring you back to the present moment, to sort of ground yourself a little bit, okay? This will make a little bit more sense. I know it's kind of abstract, but this will make a little bit more sense as we get into our meditation for today, okay? For our mindfulness meditation. So to start our meditation, I want you to simply take a deep breath in. I am going to have you close your eyes in a second, but you don't need to do that yet. So with me, let's just get started. Let's simply bring our minds in. Let's shake out our hands. I like to kind of do some physical, shake out our hands. Let's stretch our arms up to kind of help us loosen a little bit. Woo. Excuse me, yawning is definitely okay in preparing for your meditation. So let's just roll our necks around. Something like that. Put your shoulders back, forward. Okay. So now we've sort of maybe transitioned a little bit into a place where we're a little bit looser, right? Stretch out your legs if you need to. Now, I want you to find a spot. You can pause the video if you need to. I want you to find a spot in your house or wherever you might be right now where you can sit comfortably, or maybe lay on the couch and very comfortably, or stretch yourself out on the ground or on your bed or in a lounge chair or wherever you may be. And you may need to just sit in a kitchen chair or a dining room chair or anything like that. Just a place where you can sit comfortably and relax yourself. I would recommend kind of stretching yourself out if you can. That's very helpful if you can lay on your back. That tends to be really great for relaxation. Also, find a spot where you can be practicing this mindfulness meditation quietly. So you'll find a space where you can be very quiet. Okay, so take a second to do that right now. I will give you a moment to go find a spot where you can quietly relax yourself. And while this is a video, you don't need to look at me while we are doing the meditation. So if you need to be away from your computer or your laptop, as long as you can hear me, that's fine. So if your computer is on a desk or your laptop is on a table and you just need to stretch yourself out somewhere, as long as you can hear me, that's okay. You don't need to see the video. All right? So I'll give you a moment now to just pause and go find your spot to relax. Okay, welcome back. All right, now that you are in a seated position or you are stretched out on the ground, you are ready to get started, okay? So now we are going to close our eyes. So go ahead, close your eyes. Close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, at least maybe find a wall that you can stare at that's blank, or a ceiling, but I highly, highly encourage you to close your eyes. It's going to make this much more effective. Okay? All right. So we're going to start by just taking a nice deep breath in. And out. Okay? Really stretch your mouth out. Feel your belly rise and fall with those breaths, okay? Good. Now we're going to hold our breath together, okay? And I just want you to be focusing on the sound of my voice. Ready? Good. Again, we'll hold for 4. Ready? Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. And breathe in and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. Good. And breathe in and hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. Good. I'm going to let you do this on your own now for 30 seconds. Hold your breathe in and hold for 4 and breathe out. Go ahead. Okay, good. This breath will become your anchor as we move through the meditation exercise. Okay? So you will keep this motion of your breath and hold and release. Okay? Focus on your breath as we go. All right? You can begin breathing normally while maintaining a nice deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. And in and out. Good. Feel your belly rise and fall. Now I want you to first tense your toes. I want you to tense and release and tense and release and tense and release and tense and release. Good. I want you to focus entirely on your toes. Move your toes around. Bend your toes. Rub your toes together. Focus on the sensation of your toes, the warmth of your toes. Nothing else matters right now but the feeling of your toes. Remember to breathe in and out. And if any other thoughts enter your mind, that is perfectly okay and normal. Simply imagine a bubble around that thought, any thought that may come into your head, and gently tap the bubble away. That's all. and bring your focus back to your toes. Good. Now I want you to focus simply on your big toe. Move your toe up and down, up and down, each big toe. Good. Remember, if a thought enters your mind, simply put a bubble around it and gently tap it away. Good. As we move up from the foot to the ankle, I want you to roll your ankles around and around in circles. Focusing only on your breath and the movement of your ankles. How do your ankles move? Do they go in one way and then the other? Take some time to just focus on your ankles. Feel how your ankles attach to your feet. How they move your feet and your toes. Remember to tap away gently any other thought and bring your focus back to your breath and your ankles. That's all. Now let's move up the leg. Gently, very gently, move your legs, starting with your calf. Feel the way your legs rest on the surface beneath you. How do they touch the surface beneath you? Focus entirely on your breath and your legs. How do your legs move? Softly. Feel your legs attach down to your ankles and your feet and your toes. Think about your knees and how your knees attach. Good. Now let's move ourselves up and recenter on the torso or your middle. And let's bring it back to that breath. And take a few moments to recenter on your breath. In and out, and in and out. Thinking about only your breath and the rise and fall of your belly. Good. Let's move to our arms. Feel your arms, how they hang at your sides, or how they are stretched beside you. Bringing your focus only to your arms and your breath. Always breathing. Feeling your arms next to you. How do your arms move gently? How do your arms bend? Remember, if any other thoughts come into your head, put a bubble around them and gently tap them away. It's okay if they are there, but put a bubble around them and gently tap them away and bring yourself back to your arms and your breath. Good. Next, I want you to focus on your wrists and your hands. Always breathing, moving your wrists and your hands. Think about the roll of your wrist, the tap of your fingers, feel the texture under your hands and fingers. What are your fingers feeling? Always breathing. What are your fingers feeling? What is the texture under your fingers? Good. Now in a moment, we're going to open our eyes. When I count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Good. Still breathing. I want you to stretch your face, your mouth, squeeze your eyes, and open. Good. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed that mindfulness meditation. Again, this is something that you can do anytime that you just need to focus and bring your mind to the present moment. It can be very hard to stop and do that when we are running around and we are also busy, but that was probably about 20 or so minutes of meditation, and that can feel like a long time. But it is very, very helpful when if you have a spare 20 minutes or even 10 minutes to just relax and focus. I want you to think about how you feel right now and remember that feeling the next time you are stressed. And I hope that you're able to use this again. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.